Hello, friends, and welcome to the Kenneth for Camel Law Office Legal Podcast. This edition, we look and provide information on estate planning during the coronavirus pandemic. Think who would you want to make decisions about your finances and health? Let's say maybe even your life if you get the virus. This type of issue, the coronavirus has undoubtedly left many people on edge. We're all been faced with the fears of our health, losing a job, having to spend time alone, or stuck in a house with family, with all that kind of anxiety. There's one more thing that you need to think about. I'd say, why haven't you done your estate planning? Why haven't you put your affairs in order? Too many people wait until they're in the hospital on the deathbed to say, "Oh, I need to do something." I'd say, yeah, most people with the coronavirus, it starts with mild symptoms, but it doesn't necessarily go away right away. So, in the event you want to be prepared if you got to be hospitalized, whether now, in the future, for any reason at all. So, you want to make sure that you have an estate plan, I'd say, and other documents. I'd say, when you feel better, if you had these things done to ease your fears. Let's say, wouldn't you be better off knowing that you've taken the burden off your family for health, medical decisions, rather than have an unprepared family? The truth is that just about everyone should have an estate plan. Even people who don't have assets because people have kids. Hey, if something happened to the parents, let's say, who would have got guardianship and raise the kids? Who would even watch the kids? Let's say, so you're planning for the future. So documents needed for an estate plan. Well, I'd say, power of attorney is number one. You need someone who'll be able to do your banking and make medical decisions if you were going to be quarantined in your home, admitted to the hospital, or become incapacitated. Estate planning is more than just getting a will. A strong estate plan includes other important documents. Let's say a power of attorney, a living will with advance directive. Some people decide to have a trust. In New Jersey, that's typically not needed. Why spend, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000? Let's see. But again, you want to make sure you have someone who'd be able to do your banking, make medical decisions if you're stuck at home for long periods of time. Let's see. So the financial power of attorney is a legal document where you're giving someone, a spouse and other family members typically, the power to be able to go to banks. Let's say contact your Merrill Lynch, Morgan Stanley, whatever account. Any competent adult can serve as your agent. Let's say many people make their kids, and even your kid should have powers of attorney and living wills. Let's say, once a kid turns over 18, the parent has no right to talk to banks and talk to anyone. They're emancipated, even if they're under the same roof. That's why even kids should have powers of attorney and living wills. Let's see, without a power of attorney, there's no person with the ability to act on your behalf. Family members would then be required to go through an expensive and lengthy guardianship proceeding to appoint a guardian, someone to have the powers. It's time consuming, expensive, and right now, the courts aren't even open. Let's say, unless it's something that's super emergent. Let's see, the judges are staying at home. Let's see, most of the state and government offices, a citizen can't walk in. Now, another document that's important is the healthcare power of attorney. That's included in our living will advance directive. This is a legal document that gives the agent the authority to make health decisions on your behalf if you're incompetent, incapacitated, can't talk for yourself. So, if you're over the age of 18, you should have one. Let's say, otherwise, I'd say you'd have to go to court and spend a lot of money. Let's see, I mentioned we try to combine in the living will and advance directive. We also include in our living will's advance directive what's called a HIPAA waiver. Let's see, while advances in medical care contain language that, will decide how long you can be around, you want to have something in the documents that say, hey, doctors, you have to communicate to the family members. And that's why a HIPAA authorization is very, very important. And lastly, and importantly, a last will and testament. Let's say without that kind of document, if there's no will, well, state law typically determines who gets the assets, but then there's substantially higher fees. So why make your family have to spend thousands of dollars when having documents ahead of time? You can do it now while you're at home. The attorneys will prepare it for you. For more information on estate planning, visit website njlaws.com. That's njlaws.com. And there's a contact form on the website. Otherwise, call our office 732 572 0500.